All right, we are on page 390 for lesson 5.3. It's called Angles of Triangles. So if you are not there yet, please pause the video and open up to 390. You are going to take notes with me, please. Okay, so take a look at the top. This says the sum of measures of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. These are interior angles, angles that are inside this triangle. These three angles must add up to 180 degrees. So right here it says angles X, Y, and Z. If you add them together, they have to equal 180 degrees. Okay, so let's take a look at example number 1. It says find the value of X in the Antigua and Barbuda flag. So if you take a look at this part of the flag, this triangle, it says find X. So we have this 55-degree angle, and we have a 90-degree angle. This right angle indicates a 90-degree angle. So what you want to do is add up the angles you know. So we're going to add 90 plus 55, and that equals 145 degrees. And then you're going to subtract that from 180. So 180 minus the two angles that add up to 145. And that means the remaining angle has to be 35 degrees. The remaining angle is 35 degrees. Okay, so let's try that again. So you're going to do this got it problem with me in your book. So got it problem A, it says in triangle XYZ, if the measure of angle X is 72 degrees and the measure of angle Y is 74 degrees, what is the measure of angle Z? Well, these three angles have to add up to 180 degrees. So let's add the two that we know. Let's add 72 plus 74. That equals 146 degrees. Now we need to take that and subtract it from 180 because the three angles added together have to equal 180. So 180 minus 146 would be 34 degrees. So the measure of angle Z has to equal 34 degrees. All right, so now number 2, example number 2 is slightly different. You are given the measure of these angles as a ratio, and you have to figure out what each angle measures. It says the measures of the angles of triangle ABC are in the ratio 1 to 4 to 5. What are the measures of the angles? Okay, so they're asking you to find the measure of all three angles. So this ratio right here means you have this angle that is 1 time whatever it is. So this angle is 4 times whatever that first angle is, and this angle is 5 times whatever that first angle is. So what we're going to do is assign these each an x. So we're going to say 1x plus 4x plus 5x equals 180. So you're going to write an equation. We're going to write an equation and solve it. 1x plus 4x plus 5x, so 1 times whatever the angle is, plus 4 times that second angle, plus 5 times the third angle, equals 180. So now because these all have the same variable, they all have an x, we're going to add them all together. So 1x plus 4x plus 5x is 10x equals 180. We're going to divide by 10 to get x by itself. So x equals, if you reduce this right here, this set of zeros, or just divide 10 into 180, you get 18. So now we've found what the first angle equals. So the first angle is 18 degrees. This angle, first one is 18 degrees. Now, since we know what x is, we're going to take 18 and plug it into this and multiply by 4, and plug it into this x and multiply by 5, and then we'll have what the second and third angle equals. Since x is 18, the first angle is 18 degrees. Now for the second angle, you're doing 4 times 18, which is 72 degrees. And then you're going to plug it into the third x, so 5 times 18, which is 90 degrees. So your three angles are 18, 72, and 90. And if you add these three amounts, they will equal 180. All right, let's try that one more time. So you're looking at this top problem on page 391. You're going to do this in your book with me. So this is the same kind of problem. It gives you the measure of the angles as a ratio. So the measures of the angles of triangle LMN are in the ratio of 2 to 4 to 6. What are the measures of the angles? Okay, so again, we're going to assign each one of these ratios an x. So we're going to write 2x plus 4x plus 6x has to equal 180. These three angles have to add up to equal 180. Okay, so now let's take these and add. So 6x plus 4x plus 2x is 12x equals 180. Now divide by 12. And x equals 15. Now x equals 15. So now since x equals 15, you're going to take 15 and plug it into each one of these x's in this problem you created and figure out what your three angles are worth. Okay, so now you're doing 2 times 15. Since x is 15, this means 2 times whatever x is. So 2 times 15 is 30 degrees. Okay, so one angle is 30. 4 times 15 is 60 degrees. One angle is 60 degrees. And now 6 times 15 is 90 degrees. Your third angle is 90. So 30 plus 60 is 90. 90 plus 90 is 180. So here are your three measures of your angles: 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. Okay, we will practice more tomorrow.